Hey there, I'm meteorologist Chita Craft. It's 9:46 on this Friday morning. Take a look. Most areas this morning are dry. We've been dry so far this morning, with the exception. Notice we have a thunderstorm that's firing up in eastern Harris County. So you may hear some cracks of thunder. You may see the lightning. It's basically right over Baytown and right along I-10 eastbound. Notice even toward Mont Bellevue, you could tap into some light rain. You're probably seeing the lightning off in the distance. Again, this is heading north, I would say, to even northeast, so heads up into Mont Bellevue. Some of these showers are right over West Lake Houston Parkway here, going toward Magnolia Gardens. Again, I would say east to northeast Harris County. Then check this out, closing in on Spring right along I-45. We've got this shower over 45. So I'm going to, again, go to our broader scope. This shower in Angleton in Brazoria County, this is going to be moving northward. That may die out, but throughout the day today, an isolated shower to an isolated thunderstorm will be possible. But I do think the best chance for more area-wide storms and coverage will be after 2 o'clock this afternoon. This morning, we started the morning off with an enhanced risk of severe weather. This is a level 3. This is a scale of 1 to 5. So that level 3 in orange, pretty much all of our counties, we don't see that all the time. So the fact that that's issued for the afternoon and evening, take note that some of these thunderstorms could produce hail, some damaging winds, and some quick but heavy moving downpours. Getting you into 2 o'clock this afternoon, notice how Future Track now wants to say, okay, we're overall mostly quiet, kind of like what we are right now, maybe an isolated shower to an isolated thunderstorm. But once we get into about 5 o'clock, notice how these thunderstorms want to develop north of the city. This is the thing, even at 4 or 5 o'clock, where I want to say, okay, more thunderstorms are going to start to expand. There could be an isolated thunderstorm points south of. So even though you see the bulk of this happening north of the city, and I think that's just about right, again, you can't rule that possibility out inside the city limits and even south of. So everyone needs to keep your guard up, stay weather ready through the afternoon and evening. What that means, having a way to get an alert to your phone. So make sure if you have the KHOU 11 app on your phone, turn those notifications on. If there's a severe thunderstorm warning, if there's a tornado warning, we will push that over to you right away, and we'll also tell you the ways that you need to be prepared. 6:30 this evening, notice how these thunderstorms are still fairly area wide. Bulk of the activity is sitting just north of I-10, but again, you can't rule that possibility out. Pretty much area wide. 9 o'clock this evening, notice this is hanging southward, and then it breaks apart after about 9-10 p.m. So we may get this little bit of a lull for our late evening hours, 11, midnight. We're still looking at a little bit of a lull. And then it's our overnight hours. This broken line of showers and potentially thunderstorms still wants to work across the area. This is 3 a.m. Saturday. Now, does this hold together, or potentially could it break apart? Yeah, it could. If we see stronger thunderstorms, that will help to kind of work the atmosphere over, and it'll be hard to re-energize these storms. So maybe we're talking about just rain, but again, you can't rule out the possibility of that isolated, strong overnight thunderstorm. So it's just one of those nights you need to have your phone on, and you need to keep the notifications on. And that way, if you get a warning, you'll know right away. 4:30 tomorrow, we're starting to kind of quiet things down. And by 6 a.m. Saturday morning, that's it with the weather, okay? It's now well to our east. Your Saturday is going to lead to a really nice day. Live look outside right now, clouds are thickening up. Notice live look over Galveston. It's also on the breezy side. Look at the wave heights, really starting to push ashore as well. A few showers will be possible, but it's those thunderstorms, I think, by the afternoon. Live look from the Galleria. Clouds are in place, but it's still a nice mix of clouds and sun. Not much activity to talk about. We will keep the weather impact alert through the afternoon and evening. Again, this is when we'll see the best chance for a few of those strong thunderstorms. Once the rain is out for our overnight hours, low 80s, overnight lows return to the 50s and 60s. It's actually going to be really, really nice. I'll leave you with one last look at the radar since we are streaming this, and maybe you tuned in. You saw the alert, you tuned in just a little bit late. I'll get you back to the radar so you get one last look at that. So right now, 9:51 overall across the radar, we're still mostly dry. We are mostly quiet across the board. Again, most of the kids at school today are going to have afternoon recess. I think you could, a lot of places even eat outdoors for lunchtime today. But just like we're seeing this thunderstorm grow in eastern Harris County, this will be possible pretty much across the board anywhere throughout the day. So an isolated shower to an isolated thunderstorm would be possible, with the best chance though just a mix of clouds and sun. Again, notice over Magnolia Gardens. Now this is concentrated just north of Baytown, right along I-10, closing in on Mount Bellevue. When you see the red on our radar like that, that is indicating blinding rain. So if you're crossing over I-10 eastbound right now, where you're coming into Houston from Mount Bellevue, it is pouring over I-10. You know, I'll zoom in just a little bit tighter. I'll take you down to street level. I'll pause the radar so you can see this. Zoom in just a little bit. Let's count our lightning strikes. We have about 5 or 6 lightning strikes here. This is Cedar Bayou, right over Cody area, right along I-10. Again, potentially blinding rain as you get into Eldon. Breaks a little apart once you get into Mont Bellevue, but that's basically what we're expecting pretty much throughout the day today and getting into this evening. We are under a level 3 as far as the severe weather threat goes, and if we do get any alerts, of course, we'll pass those right on over to your phone. Okay, stay safe and stay weather aware.